Hello guys, so today we will see that how we can make use of SUMIF and SUMIFS function in Excel. So over here I have a table which contains a list of some products and their total sales and the invoice date. So let's say I want to figure out that what is the total sales of women's street footwear. And if we see in this table, over here we have women's street footwear, then again over here we have women's street footwear. And if we look at the sum, it should come out to be 7,80,000. So now we will see that how using sum if we can get this value. So in this cell, I'll write an equal to, then I'll write sum if, and then I'll open up the bracket. So what you have to do is now you have to select the range in which you have to check for that condition. So my condition is that the product should be women's street footwear, right? So I'll select the range in which I want to check the condition. So this is my range. Then I'll put in comma, and then within double quotes, I'll write my product name, that is women's street footwear, and then I'll close the double quotes, and then I'll put in comma. Now I have to select the range which I want to sum up. So in this case I want to sum up the total sales. So I'll select this range, and then I'll close the bracket. And now when I enter, then I get that value, that is 7,80,000, right? Now let's see what if I want to figure out the total sales which were done after this date, that is 22nd January 2020. So again I'll make use of SUMIF. I'll put an equal to SUMIF. I'll open up the bracket. Now first what I'll do, I'll select the range in which I want to check that criteria. This is my range. I want to check for the date, right? This is my range. Then I'll put in comma. Then I'll start the double quotes, and then I'll write greater than 22/01/2020. So I put in greater than sign because I want to sum up the sales which happened after this date, right? Okay, now I'll put in comma, and I'll select the range which I want to sum up. This is the range I want to sum up, and then I'll close the bracket and I'll press enter. Now we have got this value. So let us quickly verify this. So this is the date, and after this date these are the sales. So if we select all these values, we're getting 2112500, so we are getting the right value. Okay, now let us say I want to figure out the total sales of footwear. So in this column A, I have men's street footwear, men's athletic footwear, women's street footwear, and women's athletic footwear. So I don't have just the word footwear in the product name. So it is like footwear, and before that I have some other text, right? So I want to count all these footwears, sales of all these footwears. So I'll put an equal to sign. I'll write some if. I'll open up the bracket. Then first I'll select the range in which I want to check the criteria. So this is my range, and then I'll put in comma. Then I'll write double quotes. Then I'll make use of a special character, that is star. So star, and I'll then write footwear, and then I'll close my double quotes. So over here you can see I have made use of this special character star. What it does is it will look for footwear in the end of the text, and it will ignore whatever is written before footwear. So this star is a special character that is known as wild character, which you can use to tell to Excel that you should count, or you should consider all those values which contain footwear at the end, irrespective of what is written before footwear. So now I'll put in comma, and I'll select the range which I want to sum up. So this is the range which I want to sum up, and then I'll close the bracket and press enter. Okay, this is the value that we're getting. So let's quickly verify. So we have these four cells which have footwear. Then we have footwear here, and then these last two cells also have footwear. You can see we are getting the same value, 478, right? Okay, now let's finally see if I want to sum based on multiple criteria. So here I want to find out total sales of footwear that took place after 22nd January 2020. So now I have two conditions. That first is that the sales should be of footwear, and it should have taken place after this date. Okay, so in this case, when we have multiple criteria, then is what SUMIFs come to our rescue. Okay, so how to use SUMIFs over here? Let's see. So I'll put an equal to sign. I'll write some ifs and I'll open up the bracket. Now in this case, first you have to select the sum range, that is the range which you want to sum up. So this is my sum range. This is the range I want to sum up. Then what you have to do is you have to put in comma and then you have to select the range in which you want to look for your criteria. So my first criteria is that it should be footwear. So I'll be selecting this range. This is the range I'll be selecting. So this is the range. Then comma. Then I'll put in the condition which I want to verify for. So in this case I want to check for whether it is footwear or not. So I'll again write star and then I'll write footwear. So at the end the text should contain footwear. Okay, then so this is my first criteria that I have checked for. Then in SUMIFs what to do is, as we have multiple criteria, so we can check for the another criteria also. What I'll do is I'll put in comma and then I'll select the criteria range 2. So this is the column in which I'll find my second criteria. I'll select this column and then I'll put in comma, then I'll write my criteria. So criteria should be that the date should be greater than 22/01/2020, right? And then I'll close up my double quotes and then close up the bracket and then I'll press enter. So this is the value that we are getting for SUMIFs. So let us figure out whether it is right or not. This is the date and all the sales that took place after this date is this, right? And out of this we have only these two values which belong to footwear. So if we sum up these two values, we get 1072500, and this is the same as what we have got over here. So I hope you have learned something new and hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.